In the program, Kazakhstan International Vectors, International Relations, Political Views, Economic Solutions and Social Innovations. Almost a third of the population of Kazakhstan is already engaged in sport activities. Kazakh National sports are gaining popularity in Europe. More than 8 billion of people will see the Universiade 2017. Sooner or later, those who win are those who think they can. Richard Bach, American writer and philosopher. The Universiade is international student sports competitions. They are carried out by the International Federation of University Sports in summer and winter every 2 years. The very first Universiade has been held in 1959 in Turin, Italy. Almaty city of Kazakhstan is going to host the 28th Universiade. For more than 5 years, the land of Kazakhstan has been preparing for the grand event. The costs of the event were estimated at $950 million. These are mainly the spending on reconstruction and creation of new sports facilities. The majority of people still are working at the Universiade for free. The process itself has been started. It has begun from an interview in September. They were being held until December, and there were a lot of guys participating. Very much willing to participate, more than 14,000 people. But of course we have selected only 3,000 volunteers. There were some special requirements for volunteers, such as, in the first place, knowledge of English language. Spoken Arabic, Persian, Chinese and other languages were also welcomed. What was also necessary is special qualities of character. Responsiveness. Each volunteer should be very responsive, should want to help people, likely should not be vulnerable to stress, and as we realize that volunteers have a lot of work, they should be ready for force majeure situations where it is necessary to find a way out, and of course volunteer should always smile and be friendly and responsive well. Volunteering is always a teamwork. Top aides of the Universiade have had numerous training sessions on consolidation. Generally, since November, we've recruited 150 volunteer coordinators who will further coordinate 3,000 volunteers. We have conducted various trainings on command, education, leadership. We've explained our functions, what we have to work with. We've had such famous figures as the Askat Abzhanov, who gave us a very tough team building. A lot of that we got. In the USSR, the path of development of physical culture and sports was determined centrally at the state level. All union sports associations were acting on the territory of the whole union, including in Kazakhstan. Kazakh athletes represented the country at the Olympics. In 1956, as a part of the USSR Olympic team in Melbourne, performed the athlete from Kazakhstan, Yevgeny Kadaykin. The same year, the 7th Olympic Winter Games in Cortina d'Ampezzo, the skier Alexander Artemenko. In 1960, sprinter Guzman Kasanov at the Games in Rome during the 4x100 meters relay has won a silver medal. The first Olympic champion of independent Kazakhstan became a skier Vladimir Smirnov. In those same years, the country has begun thinking also about the development of mass sports as a way of formation of the health of a nation. The first thing to be done in this direction was to create the legal framework. Thanks to the support of the state, a number of regulations have been adopted here in Kazakhstan. Over the years, above everything else, we have adopted two main laws. The first law has been passed in 1999, and then some changes have been taken, additions, so to say, and further in 2014 we adopted a new law in a new wording. During this period, a number of state programs for the development of physical culture and sports have been also adopted. The state policy of Kazakhstan in the field of sports and physical culture is aimed at the development of mass sports and elite sport activities. What sport facilities are being built in Kazakhstan at whose expenses? Will it be possible to cheer for Kazakhstanis at the Universiade 2017? Within the framework of Kazakhstan's sports development program, the main task has been set to bring the number of people practicing sports up to 30% by 2020. Today the figure is approaching 27%. In order to achieve goals of the mass sports development program, it is necessary to build sports facilities, as well as to provide the sphere with qualified specialists. From year to year, we can see a growing number of sports facilities. I can only say that during the years of independence, we have built more than 63 stadiums, 1,700 indoor gyms, and many others. If to take the major sports facilities, like sporting palaces, we have built more than 30 of them during this period. And you can see that we're working purposefully for integrated actions. We have conducted in 2011 the Asian Winter Games, for which we have built modern sports facilities in Astana and Almaty. Large-scale international competitions contribute to the promotion of sports, especially among the young people. Also goes the construction and reconstruction of large sports facilities. The most important sporting event in 2017 for Kazakhstan is the Universiade. In the framework of preparation for the Universiade, we have reconstructed all the existing facilities, such as ski jump complex Sunkar, skating rink Meadow, ski complexes Chimbulak and Tabagan, ski biathlon complex Alatau, as well as directly to the games have been built the supermodern arena Almaty Arena and also Halik Arena on 3,000 seats. And also the athlete village was built for the first time in the history, also directly for the Winter Universiade. However, in order to make the sport really popular, sports facilities should be available for the entire population. That is, they should be located not only in big cities, but also in the most remote villages, in the rural districts, in the courts of smaller districts of the city. For example, today such sporting direction as the street workout is becoming more fashionable, so the ministry sets the sights for people to go in for this type of sport everywhere. Still, a lot of things to be done for this sporting need. We are to do a lot of work, especially in rural areas where there are still not quite enough sport facilities, indoor sports facilities. I can say that thanks to the support of the government, we have carried out a project that contributed directly to rural areas to build a sports complex when 30% of the budget took the local budget and 70% were taken from the national budget. By this method, we have built here 18 sports and recreation complexes, which are definitely will contribute, especially in rural areas, the development of mass sports. Many sports facilities are being built at the expense of local budgets. Another area through which sports facilities are being established is a public-private partnership. In fact, private companies build and operate sports facilities, which makes them get involved in the formation of a healthy nation. Today in Kazakhstan there are 109 national sports federations, 40 of which are Olympic, 7 are national federations, 3 federations for disabled sportsmen and 59 non-Olympic federations. The most popular sports in the country traditionally are football, boxing, hockey and cycling, weightlifting and athletics. Republic has unique resources for the development of mountaineering. National sports are also not left behind. Very popular in our country are the national equestrian sports like Kokpa, Baige, Kizku, Tenge Alu and others. Here are the sports that are very popular and for which we hold the championship of Kazakhstan. We hold international competitions. And also very popular abroad is the game Togiz Kumalak, which has already reached the global level, and we hold the World Championships, European Championships, Asian Championships. And Kazakh Kurusi is also a very popular national sport. Thanks to the project Kazakhstan Baris, this sport has become very popular, and now we also hold World Championships, Asian Championships, and this has went to the international level. For the kind of sport as Aidari Spark, which is the fight on horsebacks with the aim to lose an opponent from the saddle, was held an Asian Cup, and in the long term it is planned to carry out the European Championship. The Ministry of Sports is now trying to create a center for the development of national sports. In 2017, on the eve of the Expo, For our guests who came to the expo, we are planning to show our national traditions, national sports, and it is very popular among the population, especially in rural areas. Therefore, on our part, together with the association of the Federation, we want these types of sport to become available, especially in rural areas. I can say that thanks to the work of the Federation, as I said, these types were once only at the national level. We now hold the World Championships. That says a lot. And the fact that 40 countries come and participate in these kinds of sport is also very important. Sporting achievements form the image of the state. The national flag raised after the international competitions and the anthem sounding raise awareness of the country at the international arena. It also promotes sports among young people who attend these important events and makes athletes be proud of their homeland. We annually hold more than 30 international sporting events, including the Asian Games we have just had here. Apart from that, the Boxing Championship, the World Championship in weightlifting, Judo World Championship, various World Cups in cycling and other sports, and we believe that holding them in our country certainly gives an additional impetus for the development of mass sports and elite sport activities. Kazakhstani national team did not miss any of the Olympic Games and to date has participated in 12 Olympic Games. Kazakhstani athletes for the independence period have won 76 medals, among them 20 golden, 25 silver and 31 bronze. The list of the main victors of Kazakhstan in 2016 Olympics is young. Swimmer Dmitry Balandin, 21, weightlifter Nijat Rakimov, 23, boxer Daniar Yeleusinov, 25 years. The most important sporting event of 2017 is the 28th Winter Universiade in Almaty. For Kazakhstan it is a unique chance to show the national culture, traditions, hospitality and for the athletes to prove themselves and win medals. In fact, there are constitutionally, according to the International Student Federation, there is a minimum requirement, the minimum for the Olympic sports, a total of 12 sports. All of them are Olympic. We are represented in all sports, our Kazakhstanis, by the full members. At the Universiade 2017, the competition among the future volunteers was relatively high, at least 2 people for 1 place. Particular interest has been shown by the foreigners from Russia, USA, Germany, Korea and some other countries. We have selected 100 children from countries such as Finland, Lebanon and others, as there were also the guys from Nepal and China. Countries that are mainly involved in the Universiade, their number is 59 participating countries. We also have regional volunteers. It turns out they are mainly the guys from Astana to Kostanay, well, from all over Kazakhstan. So we have selected only 100 children who will also participate in the Universiade. Volunteers will be involved in more than 30 functional areas. They will organize and present all the necessary services for athletes, coaches, delegates and visitors of Almaty city. We work directly with delegations. I mean the guys who have completed the international relations courses. We also have guys from the press center, future journalists, so I believe that the Universiade gives a very great experience to children in their future life in general, in their future profession. Each direction has its own work. That is, I'm the coordinator of opening and closing ceremonies of the Universiade. It is our job to control during the opening, that is directly helping the organizers and guide our athletes who will participate in the parade. We have a special direction. It attaches those guys who will be accompanied by our delegates from the beginning to the end. They will go to meet them at the airport. They turn out to be the face of our country. How they meet them, so accordingly they will have an opinion about them. This also attaches directly. They are guides, and those guys who need to know the city well, they will have to show our city at its best sides, show our sights. The Universiade for volunteers is a great chance to practice the language, to gain new experiences, to develop new skills and make new friends.